Alright, so what I'm going to do for you today is I'm going to show you quickly how to make the brochure project for social studies. One of the key things, obviously, you have to have the actual worksheets that I gave to you in class on, I think it was Monday, or last week, in fact, Friday. So what you're going to need are a few supplies. You're going to have your sheets that I gave to you. Of course, yours will have the answers here already. Remember, your questions here are answered from this graph on this piece. And then there are 4 questions here that you'll answer on these 2 pieces here. And as you can see, I numbered them like I'd put the answer to number 1 here, 2, 3, 4, so on. What you're also going to need is you're going to need a piece of construction paper. It doesn't matter what color you choose to use, just remember you need to be able to have some kind of drawing on the front of your brochure. That is up to you how you would like to do that. If you want to put it on white paper and then attach it to your construction paper, that's fine. So the question is how do we fold the brochure? This is a basic idea of what we're going to have when we're finished. In order to do this, and it is not easy. My son's got a good kick and laugh out of watching me bungle a few different ways of doing it. So one of the best ways that I can show you is simply this. Just take your paper, you're going to kind of ribbon it back and forth on itself. You're going to line it up as best you can. And then, when you're about ready, give a nice little crease, go ahead and fold that one side all the way. I hope you saw that because that was not easy to show you again. So rewind it and watch it again if you need to. Then what you'll do is you'll take the other piece and fold it back on itself. Just like that. This is okay if you have a little bit of overlay right here. That is okay. If it's too much more than that, it will not work. These pieces here will not fit properly. So then what you have is your brochure like this, but you'll need to take this smaller flap and fold it back inside. And voila, there we have our brochure. What you will need to do from here is you will need to start putting your brochure together. In order to do that, you must remember the front cover must have a picture of your battle along with the title of the battle and your name. I don't care if you draw this way or this way. Either way is fine. Once you've gotten this front cover done and taken care of, you'll need to begin putting these pieces in place. To do that, open up your first flap here. This is the leftmost inner flap. This is where you will take your glue. Get the glue all over the back here. Make sure your edges are going to stay down. And attach this piece here. This is the visual where you've gotten the answers for questions 1 through 6. Speaking of questions 1 through 6, they will go along this flap here. Not on the inside, but rather on this outside flap that folds in. So taking that piece of paper that has questions 1 through 6 on it, go ahead and glue her down and attach as neatly as you can to this flap. I like to shift and adjust to try to make it perfect, but it doesn't always work out that way. That's all right. As long as it's not overlapping and hanging off and crooked, you're fine. Now what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and open up our foldable. Now we have the center inside piece and the right inside piece. Questions 1 and 2, or the answers rather, will go here in the center just like this. And again, kids, make sure that you already have your answers transferred onto these pieces before you glue down. Making sure that you're lined up as best you can. Go ahead and glue that down, and sometimes if you need to shift a little bit, you may. I cannot because it already glued down. I have excellent glue. This next and last piece is going to go in here on the inside right flap. You may not need quite as much glue as I have used, and that is okay. Just make sure it's secure. Gluing it down, and there we have our brochure. Again, yours will be decorated and gorgeous. I can't wait to see you guys. Miss you.